Hey guys, hey guys, Worldwide Sports here. With the NFL season now underway, we're going to take a look at all 32 teams in the NFL and see how they stack up going into the regular season. Today we're talking about the Oakland Raiders. Let's get into it. The Raiders are coming off an incomplete season in my opinion last year. They had the great turnaround going 12 and 4 and making the playoffs for the first time in many years. But when quarterback Derek Carr went down before the playoffs, I feel like they lost out on a lot of valuable playoff experience that this team is going to need because they're going to be competing for Super Bowls for the next 5 years, in my opinion. Without quarterback Derek Carr, they lost in the wild card to the Texans 24 to 17. Let's take a look at some of the moves they made in the offseason. First, they made a trade to bring in former retired running back Marshawn Lynch. Now Lynch gives them a pounder back there to help complement Derek Carr, taking some pressure off him and Amari Cooper in the passing game. I also like the signing of tight end Jared Cook. Cook gives them a nice weapon at the tight end position. Now let's take a peek back at the draft for the Raiders. With their first pick, they selected Garon Conley, cornerback out of Ohio State. Now Conley fell down the many draft boards because of an alleged rape incident, but there's no denying this guy's talent. GM Reggie McKenzie must have been comfortable with selecting him here. In the second round, they selected safety Obi Makunawu out of Connecticut. In the third round, they selected Eddie Vanderdoss, defensive tackle out of LSU. Vanderdoss is a guy that struggled with injuries in college, but if he's healthy, I love this pick in the third round, getting great value. In the fourth round, they selected offensive tackle David Sharp out of Florida. In the fifth round, they selected Marquel Lee, linebacker out of Wake Forest. And with four seventh round picks, they selected Shamoa Laguni, safety out of Washington State, Jalon Ware, offensive tackle out of Alabama State, the running back Elijah Hood out of North Carolina. Wrapping up, they selected Trayvon Hester, defensive tackle out of Toledo. From a talent perspective, I love the top three picks of the draft for the Raiders. I feel like these are guys that can come in and help contribute right away. This is a Raiders defense that struggled mightily last year at times. That Raiders defense ranked 20th in the league, allowing 24 points per game, and ranked 24th in passing yards allowed, and 23rd in rushing yards allowed. All-Pro Khalil Mack did his part. He had 73 total tackles last year and had 11 sacks, and had 9 tackles for loss, and also added an interception. Pairing him with Bruce Irvin was a nice move by GM Reggie McKenzie. Irvin came in at 57 tackles last year and had 7 sacks. And veteran safety Reggie Nelson was able to get 5 interceptions last year. On offense, this team was led by quarterback Derek Carr. Derek Carr, in a shortened season, threw for 3,900 yards and had 28 touchdowns with only 6 interceptions. Playing behind one of the best offensive lines in the league didn't hurt last year, as he was only sacked 16 times. Carr last year made his claim to be called an elite quarterback. He did this without much of a ground game. Latavius Murray was solid, giving them just under 800 yards and averaged 4 yards per pop. The Raiders also boast one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. The All-Pro Amari Cooper had 83 catches last year for 1,100 yards and 5 touchdowns. He averaged 13.9 yards per catch. The veteran Michael Crabtree had 89 catches last year for 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. With Jared Cook providing another option at the tight end position, this offense can make some major leaps going forward this year. The Raiders, in my opinion, are definitely a playoff team. Now, I think they lost a year of experience that would have been vital this year going forward. If they'd have had that game, win or lose, I feel like they would have been a contender for the Super Bowl this year. With that being said, I feel like they'll lose in maybe the divisional round this year, will make great strides and give those fans a lot to cheer for. All right, Raiders Nation, let me know. Comment down below. How do you think this team's going to do this year? I know you guys are excited about your future. Let us know down below. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We got a lot more coming. Worldwide Sports, way out. This has been a Worldwide Sports production.